Instead of just vomiting money into a bottomless pit like you do with Hearthstone and so many others, you get to actually play cash out if you want. Or just sell decks into a different deck, like when you get bored with something. Yeah, this is turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 3 combo. Seems fine. Which is a tier 1 deck in Hex. Their current standard format, the tier 1 decks usually range somewhere between $100 and $200 to buy outright. You have Stone Nothing. Their ladder's free to play on those, so you can pick up a budget deck for like 15 bucks and just play on the ladder a bunch to like earn more rewards that way and kind of snowball your collection from a small initial investment. Which is nice. You can also completely free to play it if you want. I don't recommend free to playing any card game though. I find grinding miserable, but if you're someone that like finds grinding in digital card games amusing, you can make an account for free and get grinding. Yep. Yeah, the Budget Candles deck is great. Very powerful. You can transition it into its stock tier 1 deck. Mulligan to 6. It's my favorite thing when I have a Thoughtseize on turn 1 that my opponent mulligans. What does that mean, play on the ladder? Is that a serious question or a facetious question? Unsure. Speaking of Nick Fit, serious, a ladder, that's funny. Okay. A ladder is a ranked matchmaking system that tries to pair you based on an internal MMR, and you earn prizes while you play on it. Hex has alternate art cards, you can full art your cards, and they have animated art cards instead of foil cards, because foil cards are stupid in a digital card game. Who's ready to Pithing Needle Windswept Heath, chat? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're ready to Pithing Needle these Windswept Heath my opponent kept in their hand. Like turn 2 double wasteland you. I'm excited. Oh no, did they draw Cabal Therapy? They drew Cabal Therapy, didn't they? Damn it. Damn it. Better than Hearthstone's a low bar. I'll say yes, but I'm just letting you know it's a low bar to cross. The jig is up. We're gonna lose our Pithing Needle. That's so sad. Help. Help. Yeah, are they loading up the stream? Is that what this pause is? They're loading up the stream? If they name one of these 3 cards in my hand, I'm putting my card blocker up for the remainder of the match, just as a heads up. That way they don't get free Cabal Therapies in games 2 and 3. My sponsors love it when people ghost. They get extra plugs that way. God bless us. Look at that. Good guy, you opponent. Not Ghostarino me. We have 2 basics in our deck? I feel like I have 2 basics in my deck. Snow-covered basics. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. The opponent is ghosting but doesn't want the hand blocker, right? Could be the next level. Smart, taking the Pithing Needle. We know they have 2 Windswept Heaths in their hand. Is Sylvan Scrying do anything useful at this point? Not really, right? I'm gonna go get Ghost Quarter and Sejiri Steppe. Just in case my opponent has something to like mess with our stuff. Although I guess maybe I should hold one of these. It's possible I should hold one of these. I kind of want to grab the step now, so that way we drew the crop rotation to punish me in case they had a blocker. But I guess I could have just, if they put a blocker out, gone and got the Sejiri Steppe later, and then that like makes crop rotation be a good draw like it just was instead of a medium draw like it is now. Look how hideous this foil is, just like god awful ugly. All right, so this is an easy Pithing Needle out matchup, right? This is probably a Sylvan Library, Sylvan Safekeeper in matchup. They probably have Plow and or Path to Exile in their deck. Believe it or not, it doesn't look like we really have a lot of cards for the Nick Fit matchup. I'll leave 1 needle in just to like kill their Karakas. Turn off a Karakas if they have one. We feel about that, just like 2 needles out. I guess they could have an Edict potentially. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put Mishra's Factory in just in case they have an Edict. Is K-Grip good here? I don't think so. I don't think I really care about Pernicious Deed. I don't think I really care about Pernicious Deed. Something like this. Chapboard in Surgical. Surgical Extraction is good at every matchup. I don't understand why everyone doesn't just main deck for Surgical Extractions, really. This is Magic Online via Wine. No virtual machine here. We've been doing the streams all week via Wine. It runs pretty well. Makes my computer chug less overall. That is true. Some Lantern variants do play it as a free shuffle effect. Thanks everyone for hanging out here today. I know there's a lot of different things you'll be doing, different people you could be watching, but you're choosing to spend your time here with us, hanging out playing some Legacy Magic the Gathering. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you hit that follow button if you're enjoying the show. No. Just knows the answer. There's nowhere to play Frontier decks. And by knows the answer, I mean for enough money, I'll play anything, but yeah. This hand is a turn 2 2020, right? It's Tomb, Petal, Scrying for Dark Depths, Hexmage off the other 2, so that seems good. Look, I'm just honest with people. For enough money, I'll do anything. That's just anyone who tell you otherwise is just like hasn't been offered enough money to do whatever they were asking about. Yeah, I think last game was a they picked the wrong thing on purpose because they knew they were losing the game anyways. I guess I can hide this for a second because I know about all these cards in my hand, but we're gonna go back to putting this up in a second. They waited an exceedingly long amount of time to cast their Cabal Therapy last game. And like these ones they've cast pretty quick. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Spooky. The Academy Rector actually probably beats us. This off of that. Probably should have brought in the K-Grip, I guess. Whoever said that was right. They have the stupid humility card. Hopefully they miss a land drop here. So they already had a white source since they fetched a non-white source. Boarding in Surgical will actually be good because if you Surgical Academy Rector in response to its trigger, you don't actually get the trigger. So that's why we're going to board in Surgical Extraction for 3. We're going to bring in the K-Grip, we're going to bring in the Surgical Extractions. Because the way this card's templated, it's templated like an old crappy Magic card. And if you Surgical this in response to the trigger, it doesn't exile itself. And it doesn't exile itself, they don't get to get an enchantment. Okay, a Spirit Guide. Seems fine. Let's do this. We get ghosted while playing Legacy way more than we get ghosted while playing Modern. Just like, it's kind of unreal how much we get ghosted while playing Legacy. There's so many Cabal Therapy decks. Or maybe we just don't know that they're ghosting when we're playing Modern because like, there's not an obvious they just named a card they should never name. This hand's the nut. Keep. I don't know if they play Plow. We can play around Plow though with stuff like Crop Rotation and Sejiri Steppe. Nice, Sage Phoenix. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Into the North is a rampant growth for Snowlands. I'd ban a dickhead for posting stupid things in chat. I'm really good at that. It's quite excellent. So their hand is pretty terrible. Feels good. Feels good. Let's shame, because my hand's the nut. They draw another turn 1 discard spell? Nope. Drew a dork. Yep. Sounds like it. Smells like Teen Spirit. They got a non-black land too, so their hand is Collective Brutality, To the Slaughter, Cruel Reality, Rector, Dryad Arbor, and they don't have a black source right now. Seems good for us. Oh, we have Urborg in play. Good call, good call. We have Urborg, yep. Did your Cabal Therapy? Did they were their running draws were Cabal Therapy into Veteran Explorer into Cabal Therapy? That was their runner. That's not even real life. I want to surgical something here. I feel like I don't. I feel like I just don't care. I'm gonna stand up. My back's starting to hurt. Enjoy the ride, Twitch. YOLO. This might be greedy. Just gonna do this now. Because this way, my opponent can't float black mana in response and to the slaughter me. Because they were counting on my lands to make them, my Urborg to make them black mana. So by crop rotating it away, they can't cast their to the slaughter that is in their hand anymore. Of course, they drew a black source. I'm a little over 6 foot. Yeah, I'm like 6'2", 6'1", something like that. And this desk isn't all the way up right now. I think it goes up another or some amount of inches. Their hand is Academy Rector, To the Slaughter, Cruel Reality, Collective Brutality. Hey, opponent, I know you're ghosting, so you can listen to me, and I'm just going to tell you to pass. Because you're dead if you do anything other than pass. And I'm not going to make it 2020, because I know you have To the Slaughter. And then next turn, I'll use the Thespian stage to copy my Dark Depths, and then I'll sacrifice my Vampire Hexmage to your To the Slaughter and kill you with my 2020. Enjoy! I hope they're enjoying the stream. God bless. Beating Ghosts is my favorite. Although it's really annoying how much time they take. They've taken 13 minutes off their clock this game, and I've used 4 minutes and 8 seconds. I mean, like, I'm telling them the correct line. Top. It's my factory and it gets in the way of your edict. That might have been loose. Do 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 do. They get to Collective Brutality and kill their Rector now. Really unfortunate. Opponent went from, like, making bad plays while ghosting to being dead on board to, like, ripping runner lands to, like, beat, not die that turn and then, like, hit enough to do this the following turn. So I'm gonna make a 2020 here, because if we hit Krosan Grip next turn, we can still kill them this way. They get 3 looks at a Krosan Grip to kill them. They'll get the things that makes our cards 1/1s. Maybe they have some... No, yeah, this is just... Chance player loses all abilities. The base power toughness can't activate. Abilities that are mana abilities. Alright, sure. Great. Duress is a good draw. Lets me take away their To the Slaughter. They're still 1 mana off of casting Cruel Reality, so that's good for us. Right, so they hit a land, they could Cruel Reality us, and then we probably lose, but if they don't hit a land, we get another couple of looks at a Krosan Grip to win the game. Opponents, like, ripped lands perfectly the last 2 turns, so I'm sure they're going to draw a land and kill us with this cruel reality, but I think this is our best play to win line. Yep, good beat. Yeah, we were gonna get a shuffle and then get 3 looks with the Ghost Quarter, but this is gonna end the game. I also had a crop rotation in my hand at the end there, so I could have done that to shuffle, but yeah, Ghost Quarter or whatever would have given us more looks as well. It's unfortunate. I feel like I played that game well. Them ripping, like, they kept a shitty hand, and then, like, they drew Veteran Explorer into Cabal Therapy, and then we, like, still set up the win through them ripping those 2, and then they ripped Black Source to keep us off of winning into 6th land for the Academy Rector plus the Collective Brutality. Like, yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. It's fine. Not exciting, but fine. Couldn't Ghost Quarter. Yeah, that's true. I had a crop rotation in my hand, but yeah, thank you for pointing that out. No, we can't activate the factory. Is there a Bog in my main deck? There is a Bog in my main deck, God bless. We did not beat the Ghoster. After they drew their 2 runners at the start of the game, they drew running lands to beat us at the end. Was that a good draw? I feel like that was a good draw. I did this wrong, right? I should have let on Pithing Needle. Yeah, I really messed this up. Yep. Let on Pithing Needle. Possible I should just rotate for a Bog there, but it feels like that's playing to not lose as opposed to playing to win. So this is gonna go away here in a second. So do I want to Thoughtseize them, or do I want to save the crop rotation? I probably just want to save the. Actually, I think I want to Thoughtseize them because then I can just do this next turn. Just like hope this is good enough. We might just get Emrakul through this Thoughtseize, which kind of sucks. Although I guess I could just rip the Emrakul out of their hand, right? I think I missequenced this game, but I also think that I think we have a chance to win still. Oh, they just get to take my interaction, my card away now? That kind of sucks. I guess I just take their Brainstorm. The rest of their hand doesn't do much, right? Alright, your turn. Their hand's actually pretty bad. I could have just played my Hexmage there. Yeah, changing modern decks is often refreshing, because, like, just, like, having different 90-20 matchups is nice. It's like, oh, those matchups that are 90-20 are great now. It's like whenever I play a deck that has a good Valakut matchup in Modern, I'm just like, man, this feels great, because Kiki Cord could never beat Valakut. This deck gets to dumpster it. He bottomed a whole bunch there. That's good for us. Someone caught that. Crop Rotation's a good name there. They knew I likely had that because of the way I held the Lotus Petal up, and I didn't take their thing. What are the odds this kills me 16 turns from now? Non-zero? Feels like it's non-zero. Joke's on you, opponent. Am I dead? God damn it. I think I messed that game up in a few different ways. There were definitely a lot of different things I could have done early to start. These do not need this. Need one more cut here. Probably a Sylvan Scrying. Scrying's pretty good. Trim it into the north. Oh, surgical extraction. Duh. And cut a couple of these. Any of these probably don't need Sejiri Steppe. Any other utility lands in here I don't need? Nope, Bog's good. Don't need Ghost Quarter. Leave these in. Let's do that. What should I get first for non-budget candle upgrades? I think Scion's the most important. I'd probably split and get like 2 Scions, but then get the first dragon before the 3rd Scion, if that makes sense. Sounds good. What you got? They have a surgical extraction of their own. I'm playing the Monastery Mentor sideboard plan. I cut Innate of Wax first, probably. If you look on my stream from the 7th, we played a non-budget candles list on stream. You can check and see what mine is and kind of just like bridge the difference between the two. How bad is Legacy Burn now? I don't think Legacy Burn is ever very good. Yep. And I concede when they name crap rotation. Hexmage deal. God bless you, Solver. Big bucks, no Ghostarino. How savage is it to just name Polluted Delta with this? Is that unreasonable? I don't think that's unreasonable. There's 4 of their lands are definitely Polluted Deltas, right? I mean, everyone thinks their garbage tier Legacy or Modern deck is fine. The only person that'll tell you their garbage tier deck is actually garbage tier is basically me. Everyone else wants to try and sell you on whatever crap they're playing. Every deck can win some games sometimes. That's just how it goes. It doesn't make them good. It's not how games with variance by design work. Alright, how close are we to comboing here? They're actually dead. We get to make it 20-20 this turn, right? Get stage, get depths, 2 mana. Yeah, seems good. Yeah, there's decks. It's not as... The amount of consistency it gains doesn't make up for the lack of speed that it has compared to the other decks in the format that do similar things. Alright, I'm gonna try and kill them. My body's ready to get echoing truth. Why do I say things like that? Why do I open my mouth and let the words fall out? Welcome to everyone that's watching me predict my own doom today. If you're enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button. Doesn't cost anything else so people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see and want to help me get got more often, the best way to do that is by subscribing on Twitch. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout, them you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using promo code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders. They really do it all. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of artworks that they have on their website. You can also throw shiny purple things at him. Thank you, Forgotten Glory. I appreciate the shiny purples. Welcome. Bits are always great as well. I appreciate that. And finally, SpagDeck.com, they offer kind of a great service. They will rent you any physical standard or modern deck, and you can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month with them. We are a very elegant 0-2 in the start of this league with the Turbo Depths deck, and we'll see if we can scrape back here. We started 0-2 in the last league too, and we scraped it back to a 3-2, so we'll see if we can run this one back as well. Or if we just gonna die. This hand just doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't have black mana. It's only got one piece of our combo. It's got no way to find the second piece. That's not your problem solver. I messed up the first game. I definitely had better lines to win, I think. This hand's okay, right? I get to go turn 1, stage, Spirit Guide into the north for depths. I can play Petal out as well. Seems decent. We draw any mana producing land next turn or a Spirit Guide. We can make a 20/20 on turn 2. I don't really care for those decks. I could probably top this, but I'm going to bottom it just in case they force this. I think there's a reason why the Druid Visor decks don't put up a lot of results in paper, and it's probably because they're not very good. I didn't really like that 7-card in. It didn't seem like it did much. This is what beautiful foil cards look like on Magic Online. They keep a hand without Dredgers? Is that what just happened? Mana producing land. God damn it, Hogland. There's not an Ancient Tomb in this deck, is there? I feel like there should be an Ancient Tomb in this deck for situations exactly like this. I feel like no Ancient Tomb in this deck is a misplay. Oh, I have an Urborg, right? I can crop rotate this into Urborg, which is kind of like an Ancient Tomb. Okay. Alright, this is kind of an Ancient Tomb. How is Ant right now? I never like Ant, so you should ask someone like Caleb Sure, and then if he says it's good and I say it's bad, it's probably medium. Every time I see someone play Ant or I play against Ant, it looks aggressively mediocre, and I don't understand why people play it. But people play it, and it puts up, like, occasional results. Like, the biggest problem with Magic data is that with decks like Ant, it's hard to tell, is this deck genuinely good, or are there just enough people playing it because it's a popular known deck that like enough monkeys have slammed it into the wall that like something came out. Like it's really hard to genuinely objectively know which of those two things is the truth. Man, double LED. That's why they kept a medium hand. All right, Breakthrough is their last card. Breakthrough. Holy shit. Their hand is, that was a good Golgari Grave Thrill to hit. That is, yep. Yep. Am I supposed to go get Bog here? I'm supposed to go get Bog here, right? What if I just let them dredge a little bit and then I Bog away some extra? I think I'm supposed to let them dredge a little bit, right? Because otherwise they get to bury 4 cards. What if I just like let this resolve and then there's nothing they're going to be able to sneak through the Bog, right? Yeah, Bog after, right? Well, Stifle is a terrible magic card, and Cabal Therapy is a great magic card, so... Stifle is a magic card that good players are often able to play around, and it generally only wins you games that you're already ahead in anyways because you're able to leverage the advantage of putting your opponent behind a card, whereas Cabal Therapy is just a genuinely powerful magic card in a lot of different situations. Yeah, I do that, F-Gator. In fact, I'd probably ask Klutz to help, and he'd have a good time with it. Alright, so now in response to this, I'm gonna Bog them. Nice Dredge deck. Bojuka Bog. Are you? Nice deck. Sweet magic deck, opponent. Alright, so I think Sphere of Resistance is actually fine here, right? I just like cut all of these. I think that's what I want to do. I think I need to change a diaper. I'll be right back. You need a diaper change, child? No, you're fine. You're funny, though. I mean, like, there's no way I'm mulligan this against Dredge, right? Thoughtseize! That's rude. You bring in Mishra's victory against decks that have edicts in them. When people tell me they think Counterspell would solve Modern's problems, I often wonder if they're playing a different format than me. Like, the problem that a lot of these decks have in Modern is that, like, the control decks can't beat things like Dredge or nut draws out of things. Like, playing a random 2-mana Counterspell, like, against the most degenerate decks in the format, Mana Leak and Counterspell are the same card. Yeah, like, there's Logic Knot and there's Mana Leak, and they do basically the same things. We'll see how crazy they're able to go on one turn here. I think playing the Sylvan Library on one is correct. Yep. Concur. They keep a hand there's just a bunch of disruption, or are their last 2 cards like discard or loot spell plus Dredger? Their hand's pretty disruptive, so I can see them keeping a medium hand with just a bunch of disruption in it, which just looks like what's happened. Hey, Gator, Nick Fitmere, give me death. Here's an $8 kicker for democracy. Thanks, bud. Alright, what am I doing here? Do I want all of these cards? I probably don't really want Sylvan Safekeeper. I want a Sylvan Scrying though, right? I wish they'd ban Grape Shot so we could stop banning the good cantrips in Modern. I think honestly that's my biggest problem with Wizards of the Coast. They like the way they manage the Modern ban list is like, well, Storm's a problem, so let's ban Preordain. Well, Primeval Titan's a problem, let's ban Summer Bloom. They constantly ban the cards that aren't actually the issue, they just like keep banning the supporting cards surrounding them. It's like, so the control and the fair blue decks can't have a nice cantrip because you want Grape Shot to be legal in Modern. Okay, I guess. Is that a good one to find? What do we think, chat? Yeah, I just want all of these, right? There's a non-zero chance I use my Sylvan Library too aggressively. The old hard cast Narcomoeba. Yep. One of the things that stood out to me pretty largely among Patrick Sullivan's rants at Star City over the weekend was that he had a pretty big focus on like making decisions in your card game based on how fun they are to play. And I think that that's pretty important. I feel like that's something Wizards of the Coast doesn't do. It feels like from their explanations for how they manage their ban list, they basically only ban cards based on power level. They never look at it and go, you know what? This just doesn't generate good games of Magic, so it's not going to be legal. It feels like that's not something they ever consider. I'll put these back. I'm going to attack with this. I'm going to go ahead and Bojuka Bog them after they block here. And the reason why I'm Bojuka Bogging them after they block is because I don't want them to draw a card and then Lion's Eye Diamond to be able to put 7 cards in their discard pile and then use the Cephalid Coliseum. So unless they have like Stinkweed Imps and other things here, we should be okay. Yes, I firmly believe that, I firmly feel that Storm does the same thing Twin did to the format, only it does it to turn faster now, which feels really bad. This breakthrough, crack my Lion's Eye Diamond in response. How about I surgically extract your Grave Trolls? Alright, can we rally back here? Yeah, Twin was great. The people that like look me in the face and tell me that like Storm is fine but Splinter Twin was too good, I have a really hard time having an engaging, educated conversation with them. It's just like, come on. Can we like, if you're gonna honestly tell me you think Twin was too good, can we at least agree that Storm is also too good then? I liked Infect as a deck too. All right, so I'm gonna time Wax Papers out here, and this is gonna be a lesson to everyone in chat. If you want to present a dissenting opinion on this stream, you are required to do one of two things. The first one is ideal. If you're gonna present a dissenting opinion, you need to provide a logical, structured argument for why you feel differently than I do. That's how you engage in discourse, and not just flinging shit at each other, putting your e-dick on the table and just being like, no, you're wrong, and I'm right. No, it's okay to have a dissenting opinion, but you need to explain yourself and actually discuss why you feel differently. If you don't discuss why you feel differently, you're not doing anything useful in chat. 2, if you want to just spew in chat and you don't feel like being an adult and presenting an educated opinion, you can subscribe on Twitch. Subscribers, you get lots of leeway to be lazy in chat because y'all pay to be here and y'all are the reason I'm able to stream. Alright, this hand technically has one combo piece and a Duress, but the rest of it just doesn't do a whole lot, so I think I'm going to go to 6 here. I think this hand is better. Not really. It has a Scry at least. A lot of people are just like used to lots of Twitch streams where they just get to like say whatever they want whenever they want, and we actually try to like have actual discussions here. If you don't want to have a discussion, that's fine. You just don't need to post in chat. Man, this matchup's probably really bad for us. I like pooping everywhere. What am I supposed to take here? What am I supposed to take here? Should we non-subs feel good about ourselves for not throwing up? Yeah, exactly. God bless. What do we think? Is it for Phyrexian Revoker so my Sylvan Safekeeper can go to town? I think it's for Phyrexian Revoker so they can't name Sylvan Safekeeper. Take Revoker, Needle, name Karakas. It sucks that Duress came second. I guess when they put the Stoneforge in, I can Duress the whatever artifact they get. You know what the funny thing is? I don't even know if Twin would be good in the current format. I think Twin would probably have a pretty crappy Death Shadow matchup. I just, you know, enjoyed playing with and against Twin more than with and against Death Shadow. Is your Thalia? Sure. Bojuka Bog. Talking in chat is always scary. God bless. Alright, they have one card I don't know. I feel like we're just going to get end-stepped Stoneforged anyways, so I'm just going to check first. A Plow, they have one card we were not familiar with. They hit Mother of Runes. I also feel like part of the reason why Twin was more oppressive than Storm is now, I think we're going to see Storm become more oppressive post-Pro Tour. When Twin was really popular, it was because we constantly had modern Pro Tours, right? Without a modern Pro Tour, a lot of the people that really care about winning in Magic just don't play modern, so they're not pushed to play the best deck. And then again, here's the problem. It's tough to make an objective argument, an objective data-driven argument with Magic the Gathering, because Wizards of the Coast thinks the best way to make their formats good is to make us unable to objectively decide when they're not diverse or not. They just hide all of the information from us. This is awkward. So I can't combo them this turn, but I can combo them next turn, right? Because this costs me 2 mana right now because of Thalia. Yeah, the Eldrazi Evolution deck is very good. Actually, I just got a donation in to play that again on stream, so we're going to probably play that coming up Modern stream. It's a shame this Bojuka Bog came into play. If the Bojuka Bog had been untapped here, I'd be able to make a 20/20 this turn. So there is an argument, I guess, if I would have played the Bojuka Bog last turn and the Thespian Sage this turn, I opened myself up to drawing crop rotation. Do this now. I don't have a Flicker Wisp that we know about, right? This doesn't get Flicker Wisp, right? Get toughness 2. It does get Flicker Wisp. Okay. Well, that's... Oh, I have Sylvan Safekeeper. Okay. That's a great draw. Kinda. It costs 2. Am I gonna pass the turn here? I think I'm passing the turn. If I pass the turn, it gives them Wasteland. Yeah, I have Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm gonna put Umezawa's Jurgit into play. Do I play around Wasteland here? Is there anything that punishes me by not playing around Wasteland? I'm assuming this is gonna go get a Flicker Wisp here. I'm just not gonna. One of my goals this year is to just not answer stupid questions. So, this is good. They're gonna be able to gain. They're gonna be able to gain health. Okay, that makes sense. Huh. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, Crusader does win this race, doesn't it? Yeah, we don't have a Maze of Ith in our deck. No, that's stupid, Dwight. There's cards that just definitely should be banned in Modern. Keep your Chrome Boxes and your Skull Clamps and your other horse shit out of here. Doesn't take a game designer to figure out that there are definitely cards that are messed up. We're super dead here. They've got blockers, they've got health gain, just... This matchup seems pretty tough for us. Definitely want this extra Pithing Needle and the Sylvan Safekeeper. I probably want the Sylvan Library. I think this is just a Lotus Petal out matchup. I guess Duress doesn't seem very good either. Am I bringing these Abrupt Decays? I think this is what I want to do. also, like, again, like, the thing about game design is, like, people ask me about the hex ban list recently, like, do you think they should have banned more? If you ban too much at once or unban too much at once, it becomes hard to tell what's really an issue, right? Like, for instance, if you have Chrome Mox and Skull Clamp and Artifact lands, like, it might make it so, I don't know, the current iteration of Storm isn't the best deck or isn't even playable. But, like, just because that deck wouldn't be playable in a format where everything fucked up is legal doesn't mean it should be legal in the format. Oh, lordy. Good God. Yeah, they're not very good at their jobs. They're not. Wizards of the Coast designers aren't always good at their jobs. Current standard, you know, should teach us that. Oh. That was what we like to call a fantastic draw in the biz. Here you go. I'm gonna get a basic forest here. I'm just gonna Abrupt Decay this Mother of Runes. If we hadn't drawn the Verdant, we'd be pretty close to a GG here, but we could be okay. I'd ban Grape Shot and Urza's Tower. If you want to get my thoughts on what I'd change in Modern and why, I wrote an article on, what's it called, website, gatheringmagic.com is the website I write for. Check that out there. You get a backup stage here, I think. Next turn we'll play Urborg, and the following turn we'll play Dark Depths. We played Wasteland. They have Rishon Import now. They draw Thalia. Need to beat this Karakas at some point too. No, it's all Dark Depths. Probably. They're probably fine if you get rid of Mox Opal, though, and Mox Opal shouldn't be legal. Any speculation on standard bans? I mean, if they want people to play standard, they'll probably ban some stuff. If they don't want people to play standard, they probably won't ban anything. Play my Sylvan Safekeeper, which lets me work around this Karakas, which is nice. So, one of the things Magic players don't get a lot of the time, I feel, is that the same company that controls the ban list, I love that argument, and by that I mean it's idiotic, to say that, like, I can't ban or unban a card because of the price of the card. If Wizards of the Coast wanted to care about the secondary market and their banning decisions, they could reprint Magic cards and make them cheaper. Like, that's a thing they're allowed to do as the company that prints all of the Magic the Gathering cards. No, Merfolk will not be good in Standard if nothing gets banned out of Energy. Second Wasteland was a good draw, and I don't think we can beat it. I don't think I can beat this second Wasteland. Unfortunate. Need to draw like a Pithing Needle. Maybe playing the Dark Depths was wrong. Maybe I was supposed to play the Thespian stage and get them to like tap their Wasteland potentially. No, I don't think so, JMP. This is probably going to be my last league of the afternoon. What do I have to do tonight, actually? That's a good question. Real questions. What does my schedule look like this evening? Actually, nothing. When's my wife going to be home from work? Declan's probably awake already. Yeah, I think we're just too far behind now. If they wouldn't have drawn this Wasteland, we could have got him this turn cycle, but you just can't now. Copy Wasteland with Stage, maybe? Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, now they're probably going to Wasteland my Depths in response, so I shouldn't... Oh, they're Wastelanding my Stage in response. Sure. Okay, so now Pithing Needle's an out, because my opponent did that wrong. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. So this gets... Ghost Quarter. Oh, I just misclicked. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. We could have gotten Ghost Quarter. There's a Pithing Needle on top of it. Whatever. I'm just off it. My matchup's miserable. That was the worst this deck's felt. I definitely ham-sandwiched this match against Solver, though. And maybe we could have gotten out of that one there if I click up the Ghost Quarter. I should zoom in. I really wish Magic Online would remember the size of the deck when I open it, so I don't have to keep making it large again. I shouldn't have tried to just trust my old eyes. I'm gonna go check and see if Declan's awake from his nap yet. If he's still sleeping, maybe we'll play another one. I'll be right back, folks.